Get strong.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Let's Discuss. Now in this Let's Discuss we're going to talk about the recent spoilers shown at Magic, I think it was Magic Vegas throughout the weekend, where we got Edge of Eternity spoilers. Now, this is far different from all the other Magic sets because, well, main sets, it's now in space. Tezzeret has decided that he wanted to be a spaceman. It's pretty cool. It's magic but in space, kind of like Infinity, but this is a legal set. Yeah, some of the cards I've been reading over the weekend are pretty cool. I really like the look at the basic lands. But I think instead of me just talking about them, I'll just show you instead. So here we are, Edge of Eternity spoilers. Full release on the 1st of August. So, just over, actually no, it's about a month away since the set will be released. In the pre-release would be like, well, for us our pre-release will be on the 26th of July. Yeah, let's get straight on. We haven't got any links to any alt arts or special guests yet. But yeah, there isn't much in the way of spoilers. But we have this card. This is an interesting land. It's the Mana Vault. Yeah. Oh no. Multi-Vault. It is a land, non-basic. Have to add color, so you pay 1. This land becomes a 2/2 creature of all creature types until the end of turn. It's still a land. Is this a reprint? Feels like a reprint. I swear I've seen this land before. I've seen this text before somewhere. Yeah, pretty interesting. It's only like a pay 1 mana to do. Usually that's either 2 mana or 3 mana to do. That's pretty cool. It could be like a blocker of some sort if you give the lands indestructible during your turn or during the turn. Next we have, what's that? Sowather? The Supernova? Legendary enchantment, mythic. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exile it. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice this. Then put a creature card exiled with it onto the battlefield under your control with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. Okay, so you just keep stealing guys every time one of your guys dies. And if the opponent has no guys, you sack this and use a creature? Yeah, put a creature onto the battlefield, exiled. Yeah. Okay, do it for 4 mana, I think that's fine. If you're running kind of a sacky kind of sack deck, you sack your guy off, steal their, exile theirs. You keep sacking, stealing there, sacking, stealing there. Yeah, this can be like who knows, this might be put on the game changer list. I have no idea. Now we see all these lands. These are all the shock lands. They come in tapped, unless you pay 2, then they come in untapped. Got a Watery Grave, Stomping Ground, Sacred Foundry, Godless Shrine, and a Breeding Pool. So far, these are the only ones that we know are getting reprint. A Watery Grave would be cool. I could put that in Render Relentless. Yeah. Yo, it's been a while since I've actually played the Relentless. I do like my rats. I do enjoy my rats. So yeah, now we have these. These are actually the commanders of the precons that we're getting. We're only getting 2 precons. One's a landfall, and one is a counter-based. Start off with the landfall one. We'll go into this one. Let's see. So, it is a 5-drop black, red, green insect druid commander. It is a 2/5 of flying. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Whenever you sacrifice another non-token permanent during your turn, put a number of 1/1 counters equal to this guy's power onto other target creatures. So you're getting 2 counters at least. You're putting 2 counters on a creature every time you sacrifice a non-token permanent. So you're gonna sack your lands. You're just gonna sack your lands to try and make everything big. I like this card a lot. It's definitely a card I would run if I were to build Solar Windgrace. I had the idea of building Solar Windgrace a few years ago and just haven't done it because I got distracted with Yuma Proud Protector from last year. Because yeah, but yeah, Solar Windgrace, the exact same colors. So this card's pretty cool. This card is actually nuts because it is whenever this is tapped, proliferate. There are so many cards, especially artifacts, that taps other artifacts, all legendary creatures. You got them that I can't remember what it's called. You tap it. You tap a legendary creature or permanent to add a mana of any color. But then you have so many ways of like yeah, use that mana, tap him, tap the artifact to give him mana. I'm not even sure if that card is even a tap. Make mana enough. Just you tap the creature for mana? I have the card. It's an artifact. Of course I'll have it. What's it? Relic of Legend. Yeah, okay, here we go. The card's called Relic of Legends. You do tap to add 1 mana of any color. But you tap an untapped legendary creature you control to add a mana of any color. Because yeah, then you can tap this for 1 mana, then you can tap guys to make mana. So if you pair it off, we'll go to a scene I hardly ever use, actually on this kind of channel. Well, on this, let's discuss. So we have, sorry about the mess, ignore that. So we have Relic of Legends. For example, we also play a card, where is it? For example, there are many versions of this, we're just going to use Voltic Key as an example. So you tap the commander to make the 1 mana berry color to then proliferate because he becomes tapped. And if you wanted to do it a second time, you can pay 1 mana tap to untap that artifact. Tap again. And use that mana to untap. Well, say that. Like you can get with this, you can at least get 2 proliferates a turn, maybe. But I know there's a way you can go infinite taps. I just don't currently have that type of card at the moment. But yeah, you get the idea. This card can be infinite proliferates. especially since it's in Jesky's colors, which are really good for artifacts. Red, white, and blue are incredibly good for artifact deck. We have our first look at spacecraft. Now, the thing about spacecrafts and vehicles in general is they can now be commanders. You can now run a legendary spacecraft slash vehicle as a commander. I don't know about you, but I still think vehicles are shit. I still think they're shit. I don't think they're good. Spacecrafts though work a bit differently. For this one, its ETB is you search your library for a legendary creature, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle. That's pretty good for 3-drop. Now they all have a wording called station. Tap another creature, put charge counters equal to its power on this spacecraft. Station only as a sorcery. It's a artifact creature at 7+. It's kind of like crew, kind of, but instead of just tapping to make it a creature, you are tapping to give it charge counters. So if you do have like yeah, it needs plus, I believe that it needs +7 counters. Doesn't need to become a 7/7. I'll sneeze. Sorry guys, it's early in the morning and my hay fever is a little bit active. But yeah, they're a little bit better than vehicles. They don't require you to constantly keep tapping the creatures to crew. As long as you have the right amount of counters, they are in fact a creature. So when this one becomes a creature, it's a, well, it won't be a 5/5. Well, it will be a 5/5 with like 7 charge counters on it. Oh yeah, other tapped legendary creatures you control have indestructible. That's pretty good. Then you can kind of run it in this pre. Until you cannot do the upgrade, we can't add this in. Next we have Tezzeret, the Cruel Captain. This card's actually pretty good. I like this. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put a loyalty counter on Tezzeret. At 0, untap target artifact or creature. It is an artifact creature. If it's an artifact creature, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Neg 3. Select your library for an artifact card with mana value 1 or less, reveal it and put it into your hand and shuffle. This comes in with 4 loyalty counters. The next 7, you get an emblem with, at the beginning of combat on your turn, put 3 1/1 counters on target artifact you control. If it's not a creature, it becomes a 0/0 robot artifact creature. So I can effectively neg 3, search for Soul Ring, play Soul Ring, put a loyalty counter. Next turn, just cast a few more artifacts. Bam, gets to 7. Neg 7. That Soul Ring is now effectively a 3/3 robot. Yeah. That's definitely the shit I'll try to do, just to try and make it funny that I'm attacking you with a 3/3 Soul Ring. Next we have Sammy, Ship's Engineer. I first saw this card because of the cat. That's what my brain went to, there's a cat. But he actually doesn't do anything with cats. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more tapped creatures, create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token. Definitely should have made a colorless robot cat creature token. Definitely should have made a robot cat. Because there's a cat here and he's also building. I understand because he's building a robot right there. But definitely should have been a cat. still, this is cool. Like, for a 4-drop, it's okay. And now we get on to one of my favorite themes in Magic, showcase lands. Now these are all space lands. They're all from each, like, obviously different planets that I assume Tezzeret is visiting. And these remind me of the Infinity lands, but they had two different types of lands. They had a planet where you could actually see the planet from space, and they had a surface printing where you actually got to see what the surface of the planet looks like, which I thought was really cool. The main reason why I bought Infinity. But yeah, I like these lands a lot, and of course I'm going to be buying a bundle box, so I'm going to grab these lands, both common and foil. But yeah, at the moment that's all we know and all we have from Edge of Eternities. So yeah, that has been my Edge of Eternities Let's Discuss. Now, I know this has been a quick one, but we only have those cards revealed so far. I'm sure in the next few days or weeks we're definitely going to get some more. Well, probably a lot more showcase cards maybe. I do want to see what the showcase from this set is. Hopefully it will be cool. It's all space themed. Space is cool. But yeah, thank you for watching, and as always, you want to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when I upload videos. Also, leave a comment below on what card you're most excited for in this set so far, and what kind of franchise would you like to see combined with the space set. There are so many space kind of shows and franchises out there. Surely one of them, right, can get into this either as a secret lair or as its own kind of run of prints, like we saw with the Jurassic Park cards. Maybe one day. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and we shall see you in the next one. Bye.